Good morning, dear children. How are you all? I'm Deepa. I'll be handling English for you, and today we are going to take up a new lesson from the literature reader. Till last year, you all were studying only from the course book. This year, in English, we have two books for English. One is the course book, another one is the literature reader. So, in this literature reader today, we have a very exciting story. The name of the story is Dashu's Secret Box. Now, what is a secret box? And who is this Dashu? We need to know everything about it. Now, a secret box, the word secret itself tells us there is something hidden behind it. Now, imagine your friend having a box with him or her, and he or she not allowing you to open that box. How different it would be. You would be very eager to know what is in that box, right? In the similar way, in this story, the plot is set in a school, and where there are students like you, where there are teachers, and we have an exciting character, an interesting character by named Dashu. Now let's read the story. As I read the story, I'll explain the lesson to you. So we all will move towards the new story, Dashu's Secret Box. In our school, there was hardly anyone who didn't know Dashu. Even those who knew nobody were familiar with Dashu. He had big, round eyes, long ears, and untidy hair. Whenever he walked fast or spoke in a busy way, it reminded us of lobsters for some reason. Now, here, one of the student is narrating the story. He's telling the story to us. So, he's telling in our school, there was a boy by name Dashu. Everybody knew Dashu. Dashu was very popular among the students. How was Dashu? He had big round eyes. His eyes were big, his ears were long, and he had a shabby hair. And whenever he walked or he was talking to anybody, it reminded them of lobster. Lobster is a kind of sea fish. It looks very messy. Lobster looks very messy. So they are comparing him to this particular lobster. So that is how Dashu looked. Not that he was foolish, but it came to arithmetic, especially difficult multiplication and division problems. His brain worked rather well. But there were also times when he enjoyed tricking us with such well thought out plans that we were left embarrassed and stunned. Now, Dashu was not a foolish boy. He was very intelligent in mathematics. He used to work out maths very well. And not only that, he was very interested in playing trick with others. Now, you all know in your classes also, when we compare, there are some children who play trick with others. Similarly, Dashu used to play trick with others, and sometimes when he played a trick, it used to make others feel very shy or ashamed, or even they used to be shocked, stunned. They used to be really shocked what a trick it was. So that is how Dashu was in the classroom. At the time Dashu or Dasharathi joined our school, Jagabandhu was famous as the best boy of our class. One day, Dashu approached Jagabandhu to ask him the meaning of an English word. Now, in the school, when Dashu joins the school, there was one best student in the class. In every class, you all know that there are best students. So, among that, we had a person by name Jagabandhu. Jagabandhu was the best student of the class. And once what happened, Dashu had to go to Jagabandhu to ask the meaning of an English word. Jagabandhu snapped at him without any reason, saying, "Do I have nothing better to do? Today I'll teach him English. Tomorrow I'll have to help someone else with maths. The next day Another one would come to me with a new request, and I would just go on wasting time on this. Now, Jagabandhu was a boy who was very intelligent in the class. Now, he says, today he'll come with English. Tomorrow, somebody else will ask me maths. The other day, somebody else will ask me some other doubt. Why should I waste time explaining things to others? So, this boy was a selfish type of character. But you should never be like Jagabandhu, my dear children. Though you are intelligent or though you are genius, you should be ready to help others if they are in need. Now, Jagabandhu was not ready to help Dashu by explaining the meaning to him. Dashu angrily replied, "Hey, you are such a petty little rascal." Now, he says Dashu was angry on this because Jagabandhu never told him what the meaning of the word is. So now here he tells angrily, what kind of a boy you are? You are a petty little rascal. Petty here means you are always complaining on small things. You are not a good boy. So he used a bad word there. He called him with a bad word. So Jagabandhu immediately complained to Pandit Mashai. Now there is a teacher. Whenever somebody scolds you or somebody irritates you in the class, what will you do as a student? You immediately approach your teacher. So here Dashu also did the same thing. Jagabandhu also did the same thing. Jagabandhu readily went to Pandit Mashai and he complained, that new boy is calling me names. So he complains that new boy who has come, no, he is calling me wrong names. Pandit Mashai gave Dashu such a telling off. Telling off means scolding. He scolded him nicely that the poor fellow just went quiet. So you all know what a teacher does when some boy is using wrong words. Obviously the teacher scolds him. Same thing did Pandit Mashai. Pandit Mashai scolded Dashu for using wrong words on Jagabandhu. Bishtu Babu taught us English. Now here they are talking about another teacher by name Bishtu Babu who taught English to them. Jagabandhu was his favorite student. Now Bishtu Babu liked Jagabandhu a lot because we all know Jagabandhu was the best student in the classroom. While lecturing, whenever he needed to refer to the textbook, Bishtu Babu would get it from Jagabandhu. Now whenever a textbook was needed, Bishtu Babu would prefer that Jagabandhu gives him the textbook. One day, while teaching us grammar, he asked Jagabandhu for the book. Our friend immediately handed him the green cover wrapped grammar book. As he opened it, Master Mashai asked grimly, whose book is this? Now here, one day the teacher was teaching grammar. Master Mashai was teaching them grammar part. So as a this thing, he asked for a grammar book, and as it was, Jagabandhu used to always give books. So Jagabandhu was very happy to hand over a green covered wrapped grammar book to him. But Master Mashai, when he opened the book, he asked him whose book was this. Flushed with pride, Jagabandhu replied, mine. So Jagabandhu was very happy to tell that it is my book because he had handed over the book to the teacher. Master Mashai said, is this a new edition? The entire book has changed, I see. With that he started reading. Hair-raising detective tales of Inspector the Jashobant. Now there was a wrong book handed over to Master Mashai's hand by Jagabandhu. So he asked the boy, is this a new edition of the book? And he reads the heading of the book as Hair-raising detective tales of Inspector Jashobant. Now what book had Jagabandhu handed over to Master Mashai? It was grammar book, but the book had changed now. It was some other book. Unable to understand what was happening, Jagabandhu just froze, flabbergasted. So flabbergasted means very surprised. Okay. Master Mashai rolled his eyes and said, so you're learning such higher things, huh? So Master Mashai said, so you're reading such types of books, is it? Detective stories you're reading, is it? Okay, fine. Jagabandhu tried to mutter something, but Master Mashai could cut him short and said, just be quiet now. No need to act nice and good. Enough of that. Jagabandhu's ears went red with shame, and we, of course, were delighted to see that. Now, Master Mashai, now Jagabandhu is trying to explain something about the book, that it is not his book, he had not taken it, or whatever it is. But then Master Mashai tells him, please be quiet. Enough that you are pretending to be very good boy. Enough of that. By hearing that, Jagabandhu felt very bad. Ears went red means he felt very ashamed because of this talk of Master Mashai. Later, we learned that this had been the work of Dashu, who had placed another green covered book in the place of Jagabandhu's grammar book. Now, who had exchanged this grammar book? It was Dashu's work. Now, earlier in the story, you remember, children, we had learned that Dashu plays tricks with children. Now, this was a trick played with Jagabandhu by Dashu. What was the trick? The trick was to exchange the grammar book with a detective story book, and he for that Jagabandhu got a scolding from Master Mashai. On one occasion, just after the vacations, Dashu came to school with an interesting box. Now, once after the vacations, we all know that school has vacations, summer vacation, winter vacation, and we have the Onam vacation. So similarly, here also in the school they had vacations, and Dashu came back after the vacation with a very interesting box. Master Mashai asked him, what's in that box, Dashu? Now, he had a box which he was carrying with him always. So Master Mashai, the teacher, asked him, what is there in the box? He replied, my things, sir. He told, it's my things. A little debate ensued among us regarding what these things were. Now, in a classroom, when one of your friends brings a box and he's carrying that box with him always, obviously a debate or a discussion will happen among yourselves about what may be in that box, what he would have brought. We noticed Dashu had all his school items on the desk: books, notebook, pencil and blade. Now the friends are talking that all the things are on the table. He has everything. The books are there, notebooks are there, pencil is there, everything is there. Then what is in the box? Then what things was he talking about? Then what are the things in the box? When we asked him, he didn't reply. So all the kids are going and asking Dashu, what is there in the box? What's in the new box? Instead, he clutched the box to his chest and said, I'm warning you all, don't ever mess with my box. So when they went and asked him, he just held the box to his chest. He's catching it tightly. He's catching the box tightly and telling, please don't talk about my box. You're not supposed to touch my box. Then he opened the box with a key and peeked inside while mumbling some calculations. The moment I tried to lean over to look inside, Dashu locked it up. So then what is he doing? He's trying to open the box. He has a key of the box. He opened the box slowly, peeped into it. By then another friend of his is trying to peep into it, that what is there in the box. By the time Dashu closes the box and locks it and keeps it. Soon this became a hot topic of discussion for the rest of us. Now this became a hot topic. What is that secret box of Dashu? What is that box containing? Everybody wanted to know that. Someone said, it's his lunch box. He must be hiding food inside. So one of the friends told, no, it may be his lunch box. He might have brought food in this. But I never saw him open the box during lunchtime to eat anything. Some suggested, it could be his money bag. It must be containing a lot of cash. That is why he never parts with it. Never parting with it means he never leaves it. So here the other boy is telling, no, it may not, because lunch usually he brings and he eats it. I have never seen him opening the box during the lunch break. Then it may be money box. There may be lot of money inside it. So only he is taking care of it so well. During lunch one day, Dashu gave me the key to the box and said, keep this with you and make sure you don't lose it. If I get a little late in returning, please hand the key over to the watchman before you all go to the classroom. With that, he went away, leaving the box with the watchman. Now, one day Dashu, what he does, he gives the key to this narrator boy, this boy who is telling the story. He gives the key and tells him, please be careful, This box is very important. You keep this key with you, and if I don't come back soon, please give it to the watchman. We were thrilled. We could now solve the mystery of the box. If only the watchman would move away for a while. Now all the students are ultra excited. At last they got the key of the box. Now they can see what is there in the box. They were very interested. Shortly thereafter, the watchman lit his stove to make rotis and went to the water tap with a few utensils. Now by then, the watchman had his own duty of cooking food for himself. He goes away. This was the moment we had been waiting for. All of them were waiting for this particular time, wherein they could open the box. 5 to 7 of us boys bent over the box. I opened it and saw a fat bundle of papers rolled tightly using string. Quickly untying the knot, we found another paper bundle inside, which in turn carried yet another smaller paper bundle. So, what was there in the box? Bundle of papers. That too, it was rolled. Now, you all know how they roll the paper in the bookshops and give it to you. They roll it and put a rubber band and give. No? In a similar way, there was a bigger bundle of paper, smaller bundle of paper, yet another smaller bundle of paper. So, bundle upon bundle, he had tied it. On opening that, a card popped out. Inside that bundle of papers was a card. One side of the card said, it was written, eat a green banana. So one side he had written, eat a green banana. And on the other side it was written, excessive curiosity is not good. So don't be so eager to watch things. Don't be so excited to peep into others' things. We were shocked and speechless. The friends were all shocked. Then someone finally said that boy sure took us for a ride. So he really fooled us. He wanted to fool us. So he did it. Another boy said, let's tie it up exactly the way it was. So he won't know that we had opened it. That would teach him a lesson. All right. Now boys are discussing. They were really, what do you say? They were not happy to see what was in the box. They were all feeling very bad that they were tricked, and hence they are discussing with each other that the shoe should not come to know that we had opened the box, so we'll keep it the way it was. Then what happens? I said, fine. When he returns, you all politely request him to open the box and show us what it contains. We quickly rolled up all the papers with the string and dropped the bundle inside the box. Then what they did? They repacked everything in the normal way, put it in the box and locked it. Then this boy who is narrating the story says to others, after he comes to, you ask him what is in the box and tell him to open the box. Then he will show it to us, and then he'll feel very insulted in front of us. I was just about to lock the box where we heard loud laughter. So they were about to lock the box, they heard somebody laughing. That's when we saw Dashu seated on top of the school wall, laughing insanely. He had been watching us the whole time. By then they see the picture over here, children. Dashu was sitting on the wall of the school, and he was watching this boys doing this, and he was having a good laugh. Laughing insanely. Insanely means madly. He had been watching us the whole time. We realized the entire chain of events, giving me the key, leaving the box with the watchman, making an excuse of going out at lunch, had been a part of Dashu's elaborate prank. Elaborate prank means detailed prank to just make fun of this boys. He had been carrying that box for all these days just to make us look like idiots. Is it without any reason that we call him Crazy Dashu? Written by Sukumar Ray. Now you can also imagine students in your class who do such pranks with you. So Dashu was a very naughty boy doing lot of pranks in the classroom, and this time he tricked all his friends with his secret box, which absolutely had nothing in it except a bundle of papers and a card written, eat a green banana and don't be, excessive curiosity is not good. So that was a wonderful story from among your class. So you also relate Dashu's character to some character in your class who tricks you and always has fun out of it. So I hope you understood this lesson, my dear kids. If you have any doubts, you can contact me on my number. Not only that, I'll be sending the notes of this chapter. Along with this, I'll be sending the PDF file of this lesson to your WhatsApp groups. Ensure that you read the chapter and then write the words and word meanings in your book, as well as the question answers in your books. Okay, so I hope you have understood that. Read the chapter well. If you have any doubts, contact me. Thank you, children.